Today I'm going to talk about my Google Ads Remarketing Recipe. Okay, so I have been doing ads on the internet for quite a long time. I have gotten quite good at maximizing a budget and placing my ads in places that people really see them and really react to them. Okay, generally people don't like internet advertising. I get that, but it's a necessary evil, so to speak, right? These sites are ad supported, and when we place our ads on sites that are ad supported, well, then everyone wins out, right? So my recipe is, and I will flip over to my screen real quick, is very cost effective. If you look at this right here, the average cost per click is 25 cents. This is over the course of the last 14 days, okay? I'll go through periods of time where I'll remarket for about 2 weeks, and then I'll back off for a while, and then I'll change my messages, and then I'll re-engage, so on and so forth. Okay, there's a lot of different things. My actual recipe still coming. Ready? Okay, 833 clicks at a cost of $210 over 14 days. Okay, with an average cost per click of 25 cents. So 2 weeks time, 833 clicks at a cost of $210. Wow, is that good? Okay, and these are my different kinds of campaigns that I have running right now. I have Gmail campaign, I have a display ad campaign, I have a pre-roll video ad campaign, and I have a discovery campaign on YouTube for my videos as well. Okay. My best display ad during this time is literally saying to people that you've been retargeted. That's hysterical, right? People see it and they are like, wow, here's me. This is me on an external website, and they literally believe that this is a magic thing that happens. This remarketing thing, it kind of freaks people out sometimes, because these ads, you could say a display ad, but what does a display ad even mean? A display ad means that I have it set up so that my display ads go on news sites that are eligible, weather sites that are eligible, blogs, in apps. So I've seen my ads, if I go on my phone and I'm in some app that's ad supported or free. I have this thermostat app that I use, and it runs ads on the bottom. I've seen my ads on so many different apps and inside of apps. It's just mind-boggling the amount of places that these things go. Okay, so the display ads are very powerful, and I love that Google will conform the ad to any space that's available. Look at a couple of other ones. Feeling dated. I like this one. Get your retro web presence up to speed. People seem to like that too. It resonates well. It has a little MTV thing going. Whatever. So those are my display ads. My two most efficient forms of ads, and I'll click into the campaign section, have been my Gmail and my display ads. Right now I have my budget set very low because I'm in a pause mode. So when I go back on and I start making these budgets real, I'll probably amplify each of them to somewhere between $5 and $15 a day per ad per ad type. Okay, so there's my recipe. Display ads go so many places. Gmail ads. Okay, Gmail ads are interesting because my wife thought that I emailed her something, and that she said she saw my email, but she didn't get to it. She didn't click on it. I was like, oh, you saw my ad, and you literally thought it was me in your Gmail emailing to you, and it was literally an ad. So the Gmail ads are really powerful, and that has become a very highly clicked ad type, the Gmail ad. It's very interesting. Look how low the average cost per click is on these things, on these individual ad types. 22 cents, 12 cents for my display ads. You really can't beat that. It's crazy. I'll show you the column here. Right here. Average cost for my display ads, 12 cents per click. Average cost for my Gmail ads, 22 cents a click. Interesting, right? The video stuff kind of gets to be more expensive, but when you really think about it, video way cheaper to do in YouTube if you do it right. Okay, there's another leg of what I'm about to tell you as far as the recipe goes that you have to pay attention to, and it's your location and who you're advertising to. That's really powerful, and it's also very quick to drain a budget if you get it wrong. Okay, so that's it. Display, Gmail, pre-roll video, and then discovery ads in YouTube as well. Okay, so if I go back here and we look into my display ads, my current display ads, we will see the different ads that I have running. So what I like to do is I like to look at how many times these have been put out there. For whatever reason, people like or dislike certain ads more, or people click on ads more. They become more powerful. So this what is a landing page you've been retargeted thing, like it seems that people really like this one. Like in that they click on it, right? So, you could see all the different ways that this gets put out there. You can insert videos right into your advertising these days, right in line. No matter what the space is, no matter how big the space is, the ad will conform. So like I said, if it's a tiny little space on some blog, or if it's a big, huge banner, Google's smart enough to know, if you do these responsive ads, Google's smart enough to know where to stick your ads and insert them. It's just absolutely mind-blowing how powerful all of this stuff is, okay? Now, something that people may not be aware of is this Gmail ad. And I love the Gmail ad because it is really only, it's only present in the promotions tab in Gmail, or the updates tab in Gmail. You don't ever see these ads if you're in your inbox. You have to go off to where promotions are acceptable, right? So if I look at, again, this retargeted thing, for some reason, people, this one was approved, destination not working. That's actually not true. This has to be revisited. Destination's working. Sometimes there's weird glitches, right? So if I click into this Gmail ad and look at it, okay, this is what it looks like right here. Can you see that? Let me just zoom in on that. It looks like it's me. This is what fooled my wife. It looks like it's me telling you something, but it's just, you have to note that little green ad thing there. And that right there, wow, what a powerful tool. And how cheap can you get these things done if it's set up properly? Now that's the big trick, right? Proper setup. Proper setup is everything. Okay, so I guess you get the point. My recipe is, it's quite awesome, but again, you must make sure, and I say again like I said it already, but I didn't. You must make sure to set the location properly, okay? Because now, if I set up my remarketing so that when anyone visits my website or a specific page on my website, then they start getting delivered ads, right? Well, what is the relevance of someone in some faraway state where I know no one, where no one knows me? How is that relevant? You got to make sure that your network stays tight, especially for small businesses. Like, if I'm remarketing, I get such efficient results and such effective results because it's people that I know, people that I know, like one step away from those people that I know, because it's all local to this Fairfield County, New Haven County. Sometimes I'll deviate out a little bit further, but I rarely go into New York because I don't know people in New York. I know people right where I live. Like locally, I'm known as someone that does a certain thing, and that's where I want to stay with my remarketing. And that's where I want to stay. Again, on YouTube, also super powerful because you put this video, a pre-roll video ad, and it's not getting shown to people. Think like, oh my God, you're advertising on YouTube. It's like so big. How could you possibly do that? It's only being shown to people in certain locations, certain zip codes, towns, counties, whatever. You can target any zip code or town or county or state that you want. So it's quite often. Sometimes I'll just do Connecticut just because you never really know. But for the most part, I try to stick within, where I'm most well known for doing what I do, and that's Fairfield and New Haven County, Connecticut. This still covers like millions of people, right? Or 1 million people or something crazy, like some massive amount of human beings. So that's it. The recipe is very simple. Display ads. Gmail ads, pre-roll video ads on YouTube, and discovery ads on YouTube. Discovery ads mean that like when you're traveling around YouTube and you see like a little like, oh, you know, recommended video up at the top there, also an ad. Okay, so that's it. That's the recipe. Big trick. Make sure it's set up right. Make sure that your budgets are capped. Make sure that you do not exceed a certain dollar amount per day, per campaign, or per ad, because you can go back the next day and you can spend $1,000 a day if you don't pay attention. You must make sure of that. You also don't want to blow a budget and advertise to irrelevant people. So don't exceed your network. If you're trying to, if you're a hair salon and you're trying to advertise to local people, you want to just make it literally one zip code and only remarket to those people, but they'll see your ads everywhere. They'll see it all over the place. Okay. Now, another tip that I might recommend is that when you set this up initially, what could happen is your ads start getting shown in places that may not be desirable, like articles on these terrible news sites that you're not interested in your ad being associated with these things. So you also have to go in and kind of do exclusions. You have to exclude certain publications or certain places, certain things that you don't want your ad to ever appear on. So there could be some negativity if you're like, hey, here, would you like to get a new website built, but it's on like some crappy article about something dark and terrible. Like these associations sometimes they're not algorithmic. The algorithm doesn't have intelligence to know. It's just placing it on a publication. So you have to kind of go in sometimes and exclude. Like if you're a hardcore Democrat, if you're a hardcore Republican, if you're a hardcore this or that, and you have certain beliefs, well, then you're going to not want your ad to appear on certain places potentially. And that's all up to you. And it's all within control, okay? So as one facet of a digital advertising campaign, this is remarketing, my remarketing recipe in a nutshell, okay? And it could be a really powerful tool when you add it into the other ones. Okay, now I also have Facebook remarketing going, Instagram, both run from the same place. I can get into that at a later date, but it's similar to this, and it's that, people who have visited my Facebook page and have met certain criteria for watching my videos or interacting with my page will also get displayed ads throughout Facebook. But I'm going to do a separate video for Facebook remarketing because I think this is enough to consume for the time being. So I hope that this gave you some insight and you were able to learn something. And if you need help with the setup or the management of digital advertising, give me a call. Michael Baker Digital. Give me a text. Give me a Facebook message. Drop me an email. One of those ways you'll get a hold of me. Okay. So I'll set you up, get you going, and good luck out there.